and his family and Mr. Miles Robinson and all of the elected officials. I won't call name by name, but I want to thank you for giving us an opportunity to come before you one more time and say thank you for what you do in rural Alabama and how you impact the lives of so many people that you serve. I want to tell you to continue to do that because a lot of people are depending on this university and its impact on the state of Alabama and on the world. So I'm here to talk to you briefly about the programs that USDA Rural Development handles. Quite frankly, we have 70 programs that can impact the lives of so many people in Alabama and across the nation in rural America. Now, I would like to say, I start off by talking about housing, because housing, if you have a robust economic opportunity and you don't have housing to keep the people in your community, then you're defeating the purpose. So I'm going to start off talking about housing and how you can take housing, turn those dollars around and make those economic viability opportunities to come back to your community and recirculate dollars and keep them in your community. Most time in rural communities, they don't take advantage of opportunities when they are available. And I have been working with the agency for 38 years. And I will say to you this: prepare yourself. Get prepared to see the opportunities, create opportunities, impact people, and do it in a manner that is going to be reflective and help you. When we talk about housing, we have a housing program that allows a person from the very low income to the low to the moderate income. Now, moderate income people, they can go to the bank and get a guaranteed loan. They can make up roughly, I'm going off memory, $117,000 adjusted income for that household family. But it varies from county to county. But I want to make sure that you understand that you can help people who are not here today. You have a home, but those young people who are just starting out, put that information in front of them so that that young man there was talking about the insurance and how you can impact their lives and build wealth. So that's the purpose of us being here. And I want to thank our panel members here for coming to you and trying to deliver programs in a way that's effective, that you will get something from it and you can take it to your next door neighbor. There's enough money. I think myself and the mayor and one of the commissioner chair there was talking. He said, don't talk to him, he's going to get all the money. So no, we're going to have enough to go around. But anyway, that partnership and working together plays a vital role in the way that we serve our communities. And I want to say that rural development invests in rural America in so many ways. And as I said earlier, we have 70 programs from the single-family housing programs. 3 things qualify for a housing loan: income, credit, and repayment ability. And so we have an office here at the Tuskegee. And I want to say proudly, the Tuskegee office made over 100 housing loans and grants this year, which was a record. It wasn't just all in Macon County, it was throughout the region, but let's talk about that. Let's see how we can help them to go stronger and do more. And we're talking about having housing packagers training in Montgomery the week of September 24th. So if you know anybody that want to become a packager, let me explain that briefly about a packager. A packager gets paid to put together an application. Once it's approved, he or she gets paid. That creates economic viability for them to be able to help us to do the job. We don't have enough employees to pay attention to just one county. So we need good quality applications coming in. So we want to encourage you that that program is viable, but also we want to talk about the programs that we have for business leaders, small businesses. Mr. Tote here talked about how you can come to them and get funding. Well, I got a program called REAP, Rural Energy of America. If you're an existing business owner and you need to do something to enhance your energy efficiency, we have a grant program, 50% match. You spend $100,000, we can get you $50,000 grant. So I think that's a pretty good deal. We can go up to $1 million for some of those programs. But I like to say, if you got a small business owner here that needs to be helped, let's talk to them. They may not be here today, but share this information with them so that they'll be able to come back and do the things that they need to do. We talked about, we have the multifamily housing, that's an apartment complex. And we can do streets, we can do fire trucks, we can do rescue trucks, we can do hospitals, We just did the hospital up in Bessemer, the Midwest Hospital. If any of you going up 459, that's a USDA finance project, $460 million. So we are looking at small healthcare centers. We were down with Mr. Hodge there at the Union Springs facility. So we want to make sure that we amplify the programs, but we want to educate as many people as possible about USDA. It's not just meat inspection. We can do a lot of things to help rural communities, and that's our goal. We talk about the community programs, water and environmental programs. Now, one thing about water and environmental programs, populations 10,000 or less, we can help with that loan and grant program. Extend the terms out to 40 years. There's grant to go with that program. But now when we talk about business programs, we can help communities with the excess of 50,000 population. So the smaller, larger cities still can get information and get help from us. We were up in Talladega County a couple weeks ago talking to the group up there. There's so many dynamic organizations in this state that we need to continue to zero in on what they're trying to do and help them. And so it's so refreshing when I talk to those people and they come back. So we're working on a project. So we want to work together in a manner that's going to help people. We have energy programs and electric programs where we can deal with broadband capabilities. And so the state has some money for that. The federal government has money for it. So there's no excuse for us not to have broadbands in some of these rural communities. We just got to come to the table, come up with a plan, and make it work for the people that we serve. Sometimes people come to the table and they present something to us that's not favorable, but we give you an opportunity to go back and correct that plan and represent that plan. But here's the thing that I think a lot of people get disgusted with, is they say, well, I spent a lot of time working on this proposal, and now you're telling me it's ineligible. Well, look at what the loan officer or the office is telling you. Go back and make those corrective recommendations and resubmit, and you'll be surprised at the results that you'll get. But so many people from the housing side are coming in the office when they have eligibility issues. Let's work around the eligibility issues. I tell the state staff, lean forward and stay away from no. That doesn't mean we're going to say yes on every instance, but that does give you hope that we're going to try to make a difference in the lives of the people in rural communities. So I want to say to you, I can't spend as much time on all 70 programs because they'll put me off the stage, and I want to get an invitation to come back again. So I want to say thank you, Mr. Hodges, and thank you to Mr. Miles Robinson for all of your efforts and all the things that you do.